Okay, Paul Haas, Sports Physio here. We are at Stratford HQ and excuse the sports medicine attire for the day. Come on in close, I want to show you something. Now, on the weekend I was at a local footy match and I saw a sports trainer tape someone's finger the wrong way. They left a little pinky on the outside, and I just thought it was just a quick opportunity for those who are relatively inexperienced, not the professional elite level physios and osteos chiros, we know you know this stuff, but to show you how you should tape a finger that's come off, that's inflamed, that the joint's swollen, and the best way to protect that to send the player out on the field again. Okay, so we've got the fourth finger here, and say Tim here, who says he's an elite athlete, even though he's been complaining about all his injuries since he got into the office this morning. So Tim's blown his finger here. So the first thing we want to do is, when they come off, we want to obviously do all your assessment, but just say that the finger is in a situation where it's just a sprained joint and we want to get Tim back on the park. Now, these joints are very small and they love to get swollen very quickly and very sore. So what we generally like to do is put some cohesive bandage on first. So this is our cohesive easy rip. One good thing about this product is it's latex free, and we all know people, especially kids, there's a risk of allergies these days. So we put some of this on first just to support the area. Now, the second thing is we need to make a choice. Do we tape this finger to this finger, or do we tape this finger to this finger? Now, I'm of the belief that you should never leave the pinky hanging out on his own, because then he has a risk of fracture, dislocation. So we generally, if we've got this finger involved, we will support it up against the pinky so he's not flapping in the wind there by himself. Okay, so I like to put a bit of our orthofoam. I like to put a bit of this between these two, which acts as a pseudo splint. Okay, so it just means that we've got a little bit of support there with the, just let go there, Tim, yep. So we've just got a bit of support, and as Tim wants to flex his fingers, we have the assistance of this just to provide a little bit more of that splint with the movement, okay? Okay, now we need to work out and put our rigid tape over the top. Now I've got some 38mm rigid pro strapper here. Now sometimes you're in the kit and you don't have the smaller 1.25 centimetre, so you have to innovate sometimes. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop this over here. Now I generally try and get this over where we want to flex the joints. That's it, Tim, that's it. Make sure we're not crossing over the joint. Okay, so we'll come over the top here and we'll lock that off there and bring the tape around. So tape loves to stick to tape, the rigid tape, so that generally once it's on it won't come off. Now sometimes that's enough, but we can put a second layer on a little bit lower. Okay, and we've got again one of these. It's a little bit, it's again about just using what you've got in your kit. Okay, we just block that off as well. Okay, and so effectively we've got a neat little system here whereby we've started to protect the swelling of the joint with the cohesive. We've got the orthofoam as a pseudo splint between the two fingers, and then we've got our overwrap. Now, if you want to be really fancy pantsy like elite athletes and really step it right up, you can then bind it up nicely with a proper overwrap, but that's if you've got a good tape budget. And sometimes you don't need to do this, but if you're in a situation where you can afford it, and players like to have things looking nice and neat, you can overwrap, so you've got a blocked up system there that's ready to go, and then you send your player back out in the park and they've still got access to the ball with their hand, so they've got that control, and then you've got your nice little splint set up there at the end. Okay, thank you.